In a world where celebrity love stories never stay quiet for long, few events have stirred the internet quite like what happened on September 27, 2025. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, after 2 years of steadily growing closer, tied the knot in a stunning Santa Barbara ceremony that left fans speechless. The moment the news broke, timelines exploded. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, every platform lit up. What began as a romantic milestone quickly spiraled into a layered, emotional, and endlessly dissected narrative that no one could stop talking about. Selena set the tone herself. Instead of a lengthy caption or grand statement, she simply posted the date, 92,725, and a series of intimate, breathtaking photos from the wedding. She was glowing in her attire, surrounded by flowers and loved ones, radiating a kind of joy that felt both personal and universally shared. Fans didn't need words. The images spoke volumes. Her followers flooded the comments with congratulations, heart emojis, and emotional messages. For longtime supporters, this moment felt like watching someone they'd grown up with step confidently into a new chapter. Her relationship with Benny had always been public, but in a quieter way than many expected. They began dating in June 2023. There was no whirlwind tabloid scandal, no messy reveal, just two people who seemed genuinely happy together. Over the next year and a half, their bond strengthened steadily, culminating in their engagement in December 2024. What made their relationship fascinating to fans was Benny's openness. In interviews, he repeatedly expressed deep admiration for Selena. He described her resilience, kindness, and dedication in ways that made even cynical viewers soften. When he called her the one, it wasn't a PR line, it sounded like the simple truth. The wedding itself felt like a fairy tale, but what came after turned it into one of the most talked about stories of the year. Just as confetti settled and celebrations continued, Justin Bieber, Selena's high-profile ex, made a move that set the internet ablaze again. Not with words, but with a short, layered, emotionally charged Instagram video. The clip was brief, showing a basketball game, but the soundtrack was unmistakable. Justin's song, I Do. The lyrics, especially the line, "Feelings won't fade," were like a spark in a dry forest. Fans reacted instantly. Was this a message to Selena? Was Justin reflecting, hinting, or just coincidentally posting? The timing was impossible to ignore. His mother, Patty Millette, added another layer when she shared a prayer online asking for her son's healing and peace. She didn't name names. She didn't have to. The internet connected the dots in seconds. The reactions were intense. Social media became a frenzy of analysis. Fans dissected the video frame by frame, pulling out lyrics, timing, even background details. Comment sections filled with emotional outbursts. "You will always love her, and you know it," one fan wrote. Others pleaded with him to focus on his own journey. It wasn't just about gossip. It was about years of collective emotional investment. Justin and Selena's history was woven into pop culture itself. Seeing him post something that vulnerable right after her wedding cracked open old feelings for millions of people. The discourse spread like wildfire. Twitter threads speculated about his intentions. TikTok edits layered old clips of Justin and Selena over the new video, creating emotional montages that racked up millions of views in hours. Some fans insisted it was a cry from the heart. Others argued he was being passive-aggressive. A few defended him, saying he was entitled to his emotions and his platform. What united everyone was the sense that something had been reignited. Meanwhile, Benny's response, or rather, his lack of one, spoke volumes. He didn't post cryptic messages, he didn't engage with speculation. Instead, he focused on Selena. In public appearances following the wedding, he was seen holding her hand, whispering to her during events, making her laugh. There was a quiet steadiness in how he carried himself. Fans noticed. Media outlets noticed. Suddenly, there was a contrast being drawn. Justin's emotional posts on one side, Benny's calm support on the other. This contrast deepened as days went on. Selena and Benny's joint album, I Said I Love You First, was doing well, earning positive reviews and resonating with fans. But the media narrative was shifting. The wedding and Justin's reaction were overshadowing their music. Industry analysts began wondering if the attention would help or hurt their careers. Would the drama keep them in the spotlight in a way that boosted streams? Or would it distract from their artistry, turning their work into background noise for a personal story? And just when it seemed like things might settle, Justin posted again. This time, it was a black and white sunset photo with the caption, "Some memories never fade, simple, poetic, loaded." Within minutes, fans tied it to Selena. Analysts debated whether it was genuine reflection, strategic ambiguity, or both. Either way, it worked. The story surged back into the spotlight. While the internet debated Justin's emotional state, Selena's family and close friends made their support for her new chapter clear. Those close to her reportedly loved Benny, describing him as a positive influence and a stabilizing presence. He wasn't just a romantic partner, he was someone who brought joy and calm to her life. Family members were seen attending intimate gatherings and celebrations with the couple, reinforcing the sense that this wasn't just a PR relationship. It was real, rooted, and supported by those who mattered most to her. This support stood in contrast to the emotional turbulence playing out online. Fans were split. Some leaned into nostalgia, romanticizing Selena and Justin's past. Others embraced the present, praising Benny for his maturity and the way he treated her. Debates played out across social media like passionate roundtable discussions. One side argued that Justin's vulnerability was raw and real, something to be respected. The other side saw Benny's quiet strength as exactly what Selena needed. Every new post from any of the three became material for speculation. A glance in a photo, a lyric in a song, a seemingly casual caption. Everything was examined. Headlines drew comparisons between Justin's emotional openness and Benny's grounded demeanor. Talk shows and celebrity analysts debated who was handling the situation better. Some suggested Justin was stuck in the past, unable to fully move on. Others argued that his posts were simply part of processing a complicated emotional history in public view. Through it all, Selena and Benny projected unity. They were frequently spotted in public, from cozy brunch dates to late-night studio sessions. Their chemistry seemed effortless. Benny was often seen holding her hand, making her laugh, whispering little things that caught the attention of fans. Social media comment sections filled with sentiments like, "This feels like a fairy tale come true." In the midst of speculation, their relationship became a kind of emotional anchor for fans who wanted to believe in lasting love amid celebrity chaos. The ripple effects weren't limited to their personal lives. Industry insiders noted that the heightened public interest could shape future projects. With fans deeply invested in their story, anything they released together would likely attract massive attention. At the same time, that level of scrutiny meant every misstep or public appearance could be magnified. The blending of their personal and professional lives created a high-stakes environment where perception could directly influence career outcomes. For Justin, the dynamic was different. His cryptic posts and emotional undertones kept his name in the headlines, but they also raised questions. Was he intentionally feeding the narrative? Was he struggling privately and using social media as an outlet? Or was it simply the unavoidable overlap between his past and Selena's present? Celebrity culture thrives on ambiguity, and Justin's actions fit perfectly into that space. As weeks passed, the frenzy didn't die down. It evolved. Fan theories multiplied. Some claimed Justin would eventually release a song clearly addressing his feelings. Others predicted Selena and Benny would respond through their music, either subtly or directly. Analysts speculated about PR strategies, timelines, and how each person's team might be navigating the situation behind the scenes. But beyond the speculation, the emotional core of the story remains simple. Three people connected by history, love, and timing, each responding in their own way to a moment that captured global attention. Selena and Benny were stepping into a new chapter together. Justin, whether intentionally or not, had reminded everyone of the past chapter that had shaped so much of pop culture. Fans were watching, analyzing, and waiting for the next development. This triangle became more than a personal story. It was a cultural phenomenon. The wedding represented joy and new beginnings. Justin's posts represented lingering emotion and unresolved history. Benny's actions represented steadiness in the face of public chaos. Each thread wove into a larger narrative that audiences couldn't look away from. And the truth is, this story is far from over. Every social media update, every public appearance, every subtle hint will be scrutinized. People will continue to debate Justin's intentions, speculate on Selena and Benny's future, and analyze how this dynamic shapes their careers. The wedding might have been the beginning of their marriage, but for the public, it was just the start of a new saga. Selena and Benny seemed determined to focus on their life together. Love, creativity, shared moments. But the shadow of past relationships and relentless public attention ensures that every step they take will be watched. For Justin, the question remains whether he'll eventually step back, move forward, or continue to express himself through cryptic reflections. One thing is clear. This isn't just another celebrity relationship story. It's a layered, evolving narrative that blends love, history, fame, and public fascination in a way few others have. The wedding might have been one day, but the impact of that day, and the posts that followed, will ripple through headlines and timelines for months to come. Fans are waiting, watching, speculating, because in the world of celebrity narratives, this triangle has become one of the defining stories of the year.